As someone who lives in Europe, where basically everyone uses cursive, I was always surprised that Americans have trouble understanding their grandma's old recipes because they're written in cursive. Like, they have to post an image of a recipe on, like, Reddit or some forums to help them understand the handwriting. And this is just, I don't know. It seems like such a basic skill where I live that, like, everyone learns in kindergarten or elementary school. And so the fact that Americans can't write or understand cursive is just weird to me. And I always wondered why. Like, why most people in Europe and Latin America can write in cursive and Americans just can't? Well, in this video, we'll try to figure it out. When I started researching it, the most common reason I would hear was technology, the rise of technology. Like, nowadays, no one really writes, we type on our phones and computers. And yeah, it does seem like a valid answer. I mean, I can't remember the last time I wrote some really long text by hand. Like, I definitely didn't write the script for this video on paper. I wrote it on my computer. And whenever I wanna text to my friend, I do that on my phone. I don't write a letter to them. And that's the case with the majority of people living in this modern world. So yeah, all of it does make sense. Until I realized that really it's the case for everyone in this world, not just for the US. Like, it's not like we don't have computers here in Europe and that we still write letters instead of texting. Just like Americans, we prefer using computers, but when we do write by hand, we do that in cursive. And nevertheless, we still can understand it, even if we don't write at all. It's just something that the majority of people know. So yeah, I don't think technology is the reason why a cursive is pretty much dead in the US. It has to be something else. Another reason I would often see is that cursive is simply not taught in American schools. It stopped being mandatory in 2010 when the Common Core standards were introduced. This is basically a list of things kids should know by a certain grade. And so cursive is not one of those things. Kids don't have to learn it. I mean, in most of Europe and Latin America, kids learn it in kindergarten or elementary school. Like, this is just how we learn to write. This is the default writing method. And even if someone chooses later in life to write in print letters, it's very likely that they still can write in cursive and they can definitely understand it. Because again, this is how we learn how to write from the very beginning, and you know it for the rest of your life. But it's not the case in the US, where schools just don't teach it. So yeah, that's the answer. I guess we can end this video right here. But wait, can somebody tell me why adults in their 30s, 40s, or even 50s can't write cursive either? Cause they did learn it in school. Back then, it was mandatory. And yet, for whatever reason, they still decided not to write this way. And I think the real answer to why Americans don't use cursive is that it's just a cultural thing. Like, many people view it as something old, outdated, useless, and even ugly. Like, what? Ugly? Of course it's all subjective, but come on, ugly? Also, many people believe that it's difficult to learn it, it's slow to write this way. I mean, none of this is true, of course. Everyone who does know how to write in cursive would confirm that it's way faster than writing in print letters. And it's definitely more convenient. I mean, you don't have to lift your pen that often, and so on. Like, it's just nicer to write this way. And of course, it's not actually that hard to learn. It definitely takes more time, but it's not that difficult. Somehow, people in Europe and Latin America can handle it. And so did Americans, decades ago. Also, I can't say that it's useless. Sure, we write less often than we did before, but it's still a useful skill. It's still useful to have the ability to understand old handwritten text, and it's still useful to have the ability to write quickly. Also, there is some research that says it's actually beneficial for kids to learn cursive, because it helps with fine motor skills and cognitive development. So yeah, cursive might not be as useful as a century ago, but it's still a good skill to learn. It definitely doesn't deserve to die. And thankfully, it's not dying. It's more than alive in most of the world, except for the US. But anyway, all of those logical reasons don't matter. It's not about whether those reasons are true or not. It's just how a lot of people in America feel. Ultimately, it seems like they just don't like it. So even though some states actually did make learning cursive mandatory again, I don't think it will make a comeback in the US. More people will know how to read it, sure, but I still don't think they will switch to writing this way. They will probably keep using print letters, because this is what they prefer. Of course, my opinion is that cursive is amazing, and it's sad that it's dying in the US. But ultimately, everyone can write however they want, and that's okay.